Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing today? Welcome to our today's class on 9 businesses that will create Africa's next billionaire. I believe that you are also looking at becoming a billionaire. And I believe that you are also aiming at benefiting from the potential of the emerging Africa's market. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome. My name is Billionaire, and I help investors to maximize their profits through real estate investment. Yeah, I'm the property evangelist. The property evangelist. Anywhere you see me, just call property evangelist. Yeah, and our goal is simple. We help investors to maximize profits through strategic real estate investment. We book a meeting, then we discuss on your goals, then we look out for how we can align your goal with the properties that fit into that particular goal that you're setting for yourself. Let's quickly go into today's business. 9 businesses that will create the next Africa's billionaires. 9 businesses that will create the next Africa's billionaires. Just this morning, I was just going through a search. Then I thought of doing a deep research on 9 businesses. 9 businesses that has the potential for growth, that has huge potential, especially in Africa. In Africa. In Africa. Africa not being a developed um, not Africa not being a developed continent is alone is enough opportunity. That alone is an opportunity for you to be the next billionaire. You have a lot of you have just some billionaires, and the reason why they have been able to become billionaires like Otedola, Dangote, Tony Elumelu, these people they are able to break into sectors. They are able to break into the sectors that made them who they are today. The first sector I'll be listing here is real estate. Real estate has a huge potential for growth. Real estate has made some people billionaire in Africa right now, but we have just few of them. Why? Simply because the market is presently expanding. Is expanding. Presently, we have 28 million unit housing deficit. Guys, do you get that? 28 million unit housing deficit. That is what we need in Nigeria alone to solve the housing problem in Nigeria. Now, take a look at Africa. Take a look at Africa. The Africa's real estate market is still growing. It's still growing. It's still growing. And if you can take a look at Nigeria alone, 28 million housing deficit. It means we need 28 million units of housing in order to solve the problem of housing in Nigeria. And that is why you see a lot of developers, a lot of people that are invested in real estate, they are making profit, huge profit, because the market is still wide. It's not just a sector that people just dive into. So there's huge potential in this market. There's huge potential in this market. Looking at urbanization, looking at the population growth, taking a look at population growth, urbanization, and migration rates. This alone should tell you that the real estate market is a very crazy market. It's a very crazy market. It's a very crazy market. You should take advantage of real estate markets. These markets will make a lot of people billionaire. So now, this 28 million housing unit deficit we have, this gap is due to rapid urbanization, population growth. Presently in Nigeria alone, we have over 200 million population in Nigeria alone. Now take a look at what next 5 years will look like. Then we have 28 unit housing deficit. What will the housing deficit be in the next 5 years? What will the housing deficit unit be by 2030? This should be that if you invest strategically now, which is the first industry out of the 9 businesses that will be listing, real estate is number 1. It has a huge life when you start now, when you start early enough. When you start early enough, Africa is currently experiencing high rates of migration, and it is estimated that up to 50% of the continent's population could be living, up to 50% of the continent population could be living in towns and cities by 2030. Do you hear that? Urbanization is great, but the bigger picture is, where would these people live? Even if the government tried, they can't even meet up to the housing deficit unit. They can't meet up. This sector offers opportunity for growth. It offers opportunities for industries like the furniture. It offers opportunity for industries like the cement industries. Real estate has huge potential if you can position yourself right now. In fact, the best time to position yourself in real estate is when things are hard. Presently, there is huge inflation. The monetary policy rate is high. People find it difficult to take loan from the bank based on the hike in the interest rate that the bank will give you. So this should tell you that real estate has a huge potential in Africa, because Africa is still developing. It's still developing. This sector offers opportunities. Just real estate sector alone, it offers opportunities for furnitures, interior decorators, opportunities for painting industries. Painting industries. It also offers opportunities for painting industries, the electrician industries, like those those that sell wires, interiors, building materials, building material industry too. So real estate alone is a huge market that a lot of people are not looking at. So you need to start looking at the real estate market. In fact, in Kenya, entrepreneurs in Kenya have been able to convert shipping tools, shipping containers into affordable housing. The amount of money that will cost you to buy a particular house in Kenya, half the price can be used to purchase that shipping, those shipping containers housing. So that's what is going on in Kenya. The same thing is also going on in South Africa. People are already innovating new ways that they will make housing affordable. So I expect that innovation to also be happening in Nigeria, just that our developers have not been looking at it. They have not been looking at it. So those shipping containers, if you take a look at what Kenya and South Africa is doing right now, they are converting shipping containers into an affordable home. So instead of, let's say for example, in Nigeria, let's say property is going for 100 million. So if our developers can look into converting a shipping container into an affordable home, so that 100 million naira house now, the shipping container housing could be 50 million naira or even 30 million naira. And that alone will make housing affordable. Kenya is doing it presently, and South Africa too. South Africa is also doing it. I believe that our Nigeria developers too, you can also consider this. So there's huge potential in Nigeria real estate market. We have 28 million unit housing deficits. So, and again, what things that are driving growth in the real estate market is population, migration. People want to move from rural to urban. So now, looking at this population rate, and again, the growth rate of the country is increasing. People will need more affordable housing to stay. The birth rate too is increasing. Families will want to expand. People will make more money, and they want to live in a better city. People in the rural area, they are migrating to the urban. They are migrating to the urban, and this alone is making rent to be expensive, especially in Lagos, Nigeria. It's Lagos, Nigeria. So I want us to take a look at the real estate business. There is huge opportunity for you in the real estate business. So that's number one. Now let's dive into number two. Number two business that will make the next Africa's billionaire. Number two is renewable energy. Renewable energy is also a huge market. It's also a huge market that a lot of people are not looking at. Now, let's now take a look at, I told that we have 28 million housing deficits presently. So the more housing units that developers are building, the more there will be a need for renewable energy. Solar. People don't want to use generators again. People don't use the generator again. In fact, the generator market, it will collapse. It will collapse. So those that are taking a look at the solar industry, renewable energy, they will make a huge lot of money. And your target market as a solar energy company is developers, real estate developers. People are now using solar. In fact, solar is now getting common. The use of generator, it's less. In fact, even I myself, I rarely use my generator. I only use it on some, maybe once in a month. I rarely use my generator. The use of solar is now common. So renewable energy is also another industry that will make Africa's next billionaire. Now let's move to number three, which is food processing. Have you noticed that Nigeria imports more food? And taking a look at Nigeria importing more food, this alone should tell you that a lot is going out. There is huge potential in food processing. There's huge potential in food processing. There's huge potential. You just have to look at it. You just have to look into it. Nigeria, we are more of importing country than exporting. But the issue about Nigeria's problem is that Africa spends billions on importing of food. Africa spends billions on importing of food and non-food products. Take a look at charcoal. Although we used to export charcoal, but one thing about the problem of Africa is that we import more than we are exporting, because even we ourselves, we don't even believe in our products. If I should take a look at many of us watching us right here, in fact, most of us are eating imported rice. Am I lying? Most of us are eating imported rice. Even I myself, when I go to the market and they ask me, are you getting imported rice or you are getting Nigeria? I'll tell them I want imported rice. But at times, most times I encourage Nigerian rice. I buy more of Nigerian rice. But most people, they like anything imported, like they value it more. And you don't know that you valuing anything imported is like you are taking your country backward. There's huge potential. You need to take a look at food processing. It will make the next billionaires. Food processing is a huge opportunity that most Africans are not looking at. So we need to start taking a look at this. So that's number three. Number four is film and music production. Film and music production. The distribution and the exhibition of this industry has generated millions of dollars for stakeholders in this industry. The music industry and the music production industry, the film and music production industry is another huge potential, is another huge market. Take a look at the film house, cinemas. Most of us are always going to cinemas on Sundays. You have television in your home, but you still want to go and have that feeling, I need to go to the cinema to go and watch this. There's mad money in it. Go and ask those in the film industry. They are making mad money, crazy money. I'm talking of the 1% of the 1% of those in the film industry. So if you are into music, please take your music production very serious. Don't joke with it. Go, just keep at it. Just continue. One day you definitely become that billionaire that you have dreamed of. But there are some work that you need to put in place. There's opportunity for you. There's opportunity for you. Population growth alone is enough. It's an opportunity for you. The world is going more digital. The world is going more digital. So people want to listen to music. They want to watch your movies. So take a look at that industry. Very important. Number five business that most people are not looking at again is crowd farming. Crowd farming. Crowd farming is another great opportunity. It's another great business. Reason why Nigerians are lagging behind in this crowd farming is because most farmers don't have enough capital needed for them to fund their agri business. They don't have it. They don't have access to enough capital. And according to my research, according to the United Nations, Africa's business is expected to worth $1 trillion by 2030. $1 trillion. Africa's business is able to worth $1 trillion, according to research. And Africa has 60% of the world unusable land. There's a lot of land, available lands. According to research, I discovered that Africa has 60% of the world unusable land. And they have about, a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities in this market. Labor resources, favorable climate in most part of Africa. We have favorable climate. We have good weather. So we need to start taking a look at crowd farming. You alone can't solve the problem of agriculture. You can't solve it. You need to find a way at which you can build a business around it. You need to build a business around that. Let's move to number six. And again, let me tell you one thing about that agriculture. According to research I made, it is so shocking to find out that Africa spent about $30 billion on food imports annually. Africa spent about $30 billion on food importation annually. This should tell you that there's massive opportunity in crowd farming. We can see a lot of real estate companies are now moving into farming because there's huge market in it. There's huge market in farming, but most of us are not looking at it. Yes, it is good to invest in rental income apartment, but farming is also another aspect that most people are not looking at. So you need to take a look at farming. Farming will create the next Africa's billionaires. So if you want to join the next African billionaire, you can also consider farming. But out of these 9 businesses that I will be listing here, please don't go for 2. Just go for 1 and focus on that one. Don't do too much. Hello? Don't do too much. Take a look at the ones that you feel that, okay, you can handle, the one you can manage. Then start. If you can't start alone, get partners. It is better to own 1% of a $1 trillion company than to own nothing. Hello, do you get that? So let's move to number 6, is digital healthcare. Healthcare industry is another huge market. Creating a digital healthcare innovative solution will help to solve this problem of insufficient medical facilities. Presently in Africa, especially when you go to Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, you will find a lot of patients that are queuing just to get attention. They are queuing. You see, there's huge market in this digital healthcare. There's huge market in healthcare industry, pharmaceutical industry. There's huge market in it. We have a lot of patients than the numbers of hospitals that we have. A lot of patients are just lying down. A lot. When you go to the emergency center in a government hospital or any hospital, you see people. Accidents happen every single day. So now, you as an investor, investing in an healthcare industry is a great business, a great market. This market will turn you into a billionaire, and not just one. You start with one. As you are growing, you are multiplying. Do this in 5 years, in 10 years. You have grown your business. You have grown, and you are already positioning yourself as the next Africa's billionaire. You are positioning yourself as the next Africa's billionaire. Let's move to number 7. Number 7 is fintech. We all know fintech, financial technology. Financial technology industry is expected to reach $65 billion in revenue by 2030. Can you beat that? $65 billion in revenue annually. Annual revenue. Financial technology. See, a lot of people have started. See, presently, The challenges in the fintech industry is payment system, remittance, and payment system. We have the remittance, and also we have, okay, what else do we have again? The payment system is even the most is the most powerful challenge that people have. Payment system. So if you can find a way to solve payment system for those that are interested in fintech, it's not for everybody. It's only for those that are expected in fintech. So according to the research I made, please let's listen. So now you already know that in the by 2030, the annual revenue of fintech industries will reach $65 billion. So this compounds to an annual growth rate of 32%. Major area of expansion are mobile payments, remittance, and digital banking. We have more of digital banking. Do you know that presently in Africa, we have a lot of people that are not using bank, that are not even using the banking industry. So now, as the population is growing, there will be more need for people that will be using mobile internet banking. And see, presently, do you notice that all those bank network issues that we are facing, this is based on the deficits in the financial technology industry. We don't have a lot of banks. We just have few banks that are solving these problems. So what if we have more fintech online banking that solves our banking problems? The reason why we have a lot of failed transactions is because there is a lot of people using a particular bank. So now, if fintechs can come up with different fintech solution, mobile banking solution, then these network issues that we have, it will reduce. It will reduce. It will reduce. So let me still give you some shocking facts about this report I made. This research I made. So now, the countries that are leading in this fintech: Nigeria, Kenya, Egypt, and South Africa. They are the ones in charge of fintech presently. And this should tell you that if you are a technology person, please get a co-founder. Go and start something. Tech bro, don't just be wasting around. Start something and position yourself to be the next Africa's billionaire. We see what Opay is doing. They are solving the fintech problem. We see what B-Lord is doing. B-Lord is also, we all know Bitcoin Lord. He's also solving payments problem. We see Opay, we see Rain Money, we see, they are all solving fintech problems. As an entrepreneur, as a technology entrepreneur, what problem are you solving? Now, according to the research I made, between 2024 and 2028, Nigeria's, that's for real estate. Now, let's move to, I've mentioned number 7, which is the fintech. Number 7 is fintech. Let's move to number 8. Number 8 is African's fashion. African's fashion is also another industry. Fashion and apparel, clothing industry is also another industry that most people are not looking at. Presently, globally, the fashion industry is worth $1.7 trillion as of 2024. It is expected to grow at 8% annually by 2031. That's the average growth. So fashion market is worth $31 billion in countries like in Africa. And the countries that are leading is Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya. Now let's move to the final one, which is number 9, virtual education. That is online school. Online school is what most people are even opting in for. Most people don't even go to university again. They just apply to an online school and then they learn the skill they want to learn. And that is all. There is deficit in Africa's educational system. Have you ever noticed that most schools that we have been trying to gain admission into, it is just few people, privileged people that gain admission. Privileged, not everybody. So there is huge space in the educational sector. You also need to look at it. You can start your own online university. What I'm doing right here is a virtual education. So I'm educating you, I'm educating my audience so they can understand how they can, when it comes to business, when it comes to real estate, they can know the kind of decisions to make. So virtual education is also another powerful industry that will make the next Africa's billionaire. I believe with these 3 points, you've been able to get 1 or 2 points from this, and it is now left to you to go and take action on based on what you have learned. Now, in the final analysis, I'm in the real estate sector, and I can tell you for sure that real estate has made a lot of billionaires. Presently, it has made a lot of billionaires. A lot of billionaires. And according to research I made, between 2024 and 2028, Nigeria's real estate sector is forecasted to continue its upward trend, potentially reaching a value of $3.02 trillion by 2028. If the Nigeria's real estate industry is forecasted to reach $3.02 trillion by 2028, what should that tell you? That you should start positioning yourself right now, start investing right now. It is those that invest right now that will reap the benefits by this 2028 and forever. Real estate benefit is forever. It is generational. And that is why I'm playing the real estate game. I'm playing the real estate game to win. So if you want to play to win, above all these 9 businesses I've listed, you can get started with real estate and your life will never remain the same. And if it is fintech problem that you want to solve, the truth is that out of these 9 businesses I've listed here, many people are still coming back to real estate because the money you made from there, you want to preserve those funds in real estate investment. I believe with this 3 points of mine, you've been able to understand 9 businesses that will make the next Africans billionaire. It is now left to you to choose the business you want, whether it is crowd farming, whether it is digital healthcare, whether it is fintech, whether it is fashion industry, whether it is real estate, whether it is renewable energy, which is solar, or food processing that you want to go into, or music and film industry you want to be creating. In fact, music industry and film houses, I can still classify film house under real estate because you have to get a land. Everything you do in this life is still under real estate. I'm talking to you from real estate. Real estate is the future. You're also watching me from real estate. Whenever you go to work, you are going into real estate. Churches too, they are also playing the real estate game. They are playing the real estate game because churches generate money. It's real estate. Your offices too, it generates money. The owner of your company, is making money from real estate. Everything we do revolves around real estate. And you, as you are, even if you don't have a land or a house, as far as you are living in an apartment and you are paying rent, you are also investing in real estate. So this should tell you that everybody, you are playing the real estate game. It just depends on how you are playing it. You can be playing the real estate game either as a tenant or as an investor. The choice is yours. You can choose to rewrite your story by becoming the next Africa's billionaire by taking the right action today. I am a real estate expert. I've helped over 50 people across 3 continents to invest profitably in real estate. And I can also help you do the same thing. Whether you are an investor that is looking at cash flow from rental income properties, or you are an investor looking for capital appreciation, which is nice, I can help you get started. Reach out to me on 081 011 56057. Let me recap that. Reach out to me on 081 011 56057 so we can schedule an appointment. We can schedule a meeting where we get to talk about your goals, where we get to talk about your dreams, where we get to talk about your vision, the amount that you want to be making every single month, the amount you want to be worth, whether it is $100 million or $100,000. We will talk and we will then draft out a plan that you will go for. Those plans will enable you to achieve whatever goals that you set for yourself. Let's work together. Reach out to me, reach out to the company, contact@propertyevangelist.com. That's our email. And please share this video to your friends. If you have anybody looking at investing in real estate, please share this video to them. Share this video to them. Share this video. You are doing yourself a disfavor by not sharing this video. Share this video. Share this video. Let's invest in the prosperity of Africa. The prosperity of Africa depends on what you do with this information I'm sharing right here. So if you are interested in the prosperity of Africa, you need to share this video. Real estate is the only estate that is what? That is what? Real. The only estate that is real is real estate. The only estate that is real is real estate. And that is why I'm in this game, to play the real estate game, most especially the cash flow game. Thank you for watching to this time. Love you. Bye. I wish you long life plus good property and good title. Bye for now. That's a quote by Timmy Agbanji.